My name is Swen and you're watching Pulse. Pulse 21.5 to be exact. I'm once again just trying to lessen the workload for the end of the week because, as most of you probably know, Blizzcon is this coming weekend and I'm most probably going to be bogged down either watching that, reading news, or just trying to stay in touch with what's happening over there in California. I can't wait to see what Blizzard has in store for us this year, but for now, let's get on to the news. It's that time of year again, as I keep saying, the time of year that Blizzard rolls out almost every one of their cool and quirky contests. The next one set to entertain us all that are not creative or artistic enough to enter is the 2010 Pumpkin Contest, the Halloween. Yes, it is in fact Halloween again, and we all know how much Blizzard and all the fans love it. So if you want to keep track of what's happening with the Pumpkin Contest or any of the other Halloween stuff, you can just head on over to blizzard.com or check the links below. It seems like Blizzard has a follow-up for the big wave of bans that went out earlier this month. They are now in fact going after the people responsible for creating the cheating or hacking programs. According to an article over at GameSpot.com, just last week Blizzard filed a suit in the Los Angeles US District Court against 3 programmers. In the lawsuit, they accused them of creating and selling hacks for Starcraft 2 that were in violation of the end-user license agreement, Battle.net terms of use, and copyright laws. Ouch. You can find out more about the 3 defendants below. It's currently unclear as to where Blizzard's actually going with this, but according to GameStop, they have yet to reply to their queries about the matter. I'm going to try to stay up to date with this and see how it pans out, but you can check the links below for the full article over at GameSpot.com. As I mentioned in the previous show, I'm going to be trying something different with the tournament news this week. I'm just going to have the weekly cup winners either flash in somewhere or scroll in below or something like that somewhere on the screen. You should be able to see it. Hopefully. The Zerg player Idra from the clan EG managed a straight run to the grand finals of the MLG Washington DC Starcraft 2 tournament this past weekend. He won every single series he played with relative ease, and after that he had quite a long wait on his hands for his challenger to emerge from the losers bracket. Select battled his way all the way through the losers bracket through some pretty tough opponents to meet up against Idra in the grand finals. Idra took down the rather tired and run-down looking Terran player with a score of 2-0, thereby pocketing himself $2,500 US. The games were all incredibly exciting and great to watch over the live stream, especially with the soothing voice of Day 9 keeping us company all the way through the event. You can find a full replay pack of the event below, along with a link to the full brackets. Enjoy! As an added bonus, you can also find a cute little video of Huck's mothership rush on Select in the losers bracket finals. I think the quote, "That's Halo, don't worry," is probably going to be quite popular after this weekend. You can check the video below to find out exactly why. Just a day or two ago, another interview with Idra popped up, this time over at Fnatic.com. In this interview they talk about his loss at the GSL 1, his family's response to him becoming a pro gamer, the other pro gamers he respects, and how he left his life behind to move to Korea. It's a great read for any Idra fan, which there are no doubt many of right now, and you can find it in the links below. The GOM TV Team Invitational that was held on the off days after the GSL 2 qualification was won by, well, let's just face it, the favourites, OGS. After battling it out for 8 days, they faced off against Team Wera in the finals and managed to take that with a pretty close 4-3. There were some big name players in the OGS team, namely Garimto, Zenio and Nada, so I guess it's no surprise they did so well. Overall, it seemed like lots of fun, and I think it gave the players that are actually participating in the GSL 2 quite a few nice practice games before the event. You can find out more about that below. As you all probably know, the GSL 2 is starting today, or tomorrow, or yesterday, depending on when you watch this. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be glued to their screens watching that live stream all week long, but I will try cover at least a bit of information, results, and drama from the event here on the show. In a small piece of related news, Sony Ericsson, the 4th biggest phone manufacturer in the world, has launched their first esports sponsorship. The first sponsorship they've thrown out in the world of esports just so happens to be to the GSL Season 2. No official information has been revealed on the matter just yet, but it's still pretty interesting. So if you weren't sure who's playing who, which group is playing when the games are actually happening, or where the live stream is, you can find all of that in the links below. The opening series of games for the GSL 2 has been announced, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting opening match. We'll be seeing the Zerg player and victor of the first season of the GSL, Fruit Dealer, battle it out against the Terran player Butterfly Effect. So I think you guys better try tuning in for that one. Good old Artosis is at it again. He's been religiously carrying his camera around and filming every single little thing he can at the GSL Season 2 in Korea. Over this past weekend he uploaded a couple of videos from the first qualification days of the GSL Season 2. There are some really cool clips of big names in action, and there are even a couple of mini interviews with players and spectators at the event. All in all, pretty good to watch, and you can find those videos over at the Artosis TV YouTube channel, or just check the links below. Gosu Gamers recently uploaded an interesting interview with the guys behind the Collegiate Star League, or CSL. If you didn't know, they're an organization that's trying to Koreanize Starcraft in North America. They're treating it as you would any other sport, and trying to spread it across college campuses all around the country. The CSL is set to start its 4th season on the 23rd of October, and there's already quite a bit of hype building up around it. So you can find that interview and a couple more links containing a lot more information about the CSL in the links below. So let's see what's been happening locally. After 5 intense games between Pantheon player Num and Avocado, we were finally able to crown a winner. Num manages to hold on and stay the Grudge Love King of the Hill for another week. The Terran player Avocado managed to take the first 2 games pretty convincingly, but the Zerg Num managed to bounce back and take the next 3 consecutively to retain his title. Both players played incredibly well, and we saw some great games and pretty interesting strats over this past weekend. The next challenger Num will have to face off against will be announced sometime this week, probably on Wednesday, so stay tuned for more on that. The VODs from Saturday's event will be up in the next day or two, and if you want any more information about Grudge Love, you can head on over to the dedicated page over at miton.co.za. Rumour has it that the next Polar Fluke event is set to happen on the weekend of the 6th and 7th of November. So if you had anything planned for that weekend, now is probably a good time to cancel it. If you want to stay up to date with anything Polar Fluke related, you can find all you need and more over at polarfluke.co.za. The locals from over at the Twilight Gaming Forum have set up yet another bragging rights competition, this time 2v2. Everyone's welcome to enter, and everyone probably should enter, because any tournament experience whatsoever is always a good thing. I guess we also never know when the next big 2v2 tournament's gonna pop up and start throwing money at us, daring us to catch it. Okay, moving on. You can find out more about that tournament and register in the links below. That's all the news I've got for you guys today. I'm pretty happy that this episode ended up being as short as it is, because I am pretty sick if you haven't noticed, and sitting in front of the camera is probably not the best idea right now. So on that note, I hope you all enjoyed the news, I hope it was informative, and most importantly, I hope you're all as excited for Blizzcon as I am. I think I might actually sneak some Cataclysm news in here quickly. Even though I'm going to be covering it at the end of the week, it's just too good not to mention now. Just last night, Blizzard released the cinematic intro for World of Warcraft Cataclysm, and I'm not even going to try to describe how good it was. Even all you Starcraft players out there, you'll be able to appreciate the brilliance of the Blizzard cinematic team. As I said, I'm going to be doing another video at the end of the week, but till then, like it, favorite it, share it, subscribe, and most importantly, happy Starcrafting.